This is the best explanation of what has happened.
To stay in Afghanistan to fight them. Jim Hansen served in the U.S. Army Special Forces. He's the president of the Security Studies Group. We're happy to have him join us tonight. Jim, thanks so much for coming on. ISIS-K, a lot of Americans hadn't heard that phrase till today or yesterday. What is this, and how are we to respond to it?
Tucker, ISIS-K is a bunch of Taliban guys who thought that the Taliban wasn't savage and barbaric enough for them. So they split off and formed their own group. And I guess if they got in control, rather than just shooting women in the back of the head at the soccer stadium, they might do live beheadings on pay-per-view. They're obviously a menace, and I think we need to go ahead and consider them, the prime threat to U.S. troops on the ground right now. But remember one thing. Joe Biden made a deal with the Taliban to provide security for all of us around that airport. So whoever those ISIS-K suicide bombers who got in today, they had to pass through some Taliban checkpoints to get where they're going. So I don't think the Taliban gets a walk on this. There's blood on their hands as well.
How do you respond to apparently the fact that the Biden administration handed the Taliban a list of Americans still in the country, their names?
Tucker, Biden gave the entire game away to the Taliban. Now, they had him in a very bad position. They told him, if you don't give us what we want, we're going to start fighting again. And the last thing he wanted was any fighting going on, because then the military would win the argument and we would have stayed. So what he did is he made a deal with them in Doha, Qatar. And he said, we'll give you what you want. We'll give you a clear path to Kabul, and you can have the country. We'll ground the Afghan Air Force. We'll shut down Bagram. And we'll let your leader, Mullah Baradar, fly back from Qatar on a C-17 with the back end of it full of Qatari cash. He gave the game away for a lame promise that never got delivered, that they would take care and let Americans get out. They didn't do that. They didn't do anything. Biden got taken to the cleaners, and Americans are dying now.
So what's the point of having what we typically refer to as the most powerful military in the world? I don't know if that's actually true or not, but we say that it's true. What's the point of having a military this well funded, certainly the most expensive, if you have to make deals that include flying back the Taliban leadership with cash from Doha? Like, what is the point of military strength if you have to do that?
The problem is you want military strength as the United States. What you need is political will to use it to deter our enemies, because they're scared of the hellfire and damnation you will rain down on them if you cross us. And we don't have that. We've got a doddering, drooling fool as commander-in-chief who is now giving away even worse. He's given away Afghanistan, which we didn't need, but he's given away American credibility and deterrence. So now our enemies aren't scared, tyrants are emboldened, and our allies know they can't trust us. Having a potent military is useless if you don't have the correct people running it and using it properly.
Now, I know you do national security for a living, not politics, but what do you make of the number of prominent Democrats, the other channels, which effectively are arms of the DNC, attacking Joe Biden all of a sudden? They defended every decision Biden has made, opening the southern border, gas prices, inflation, whatever. It doesn't matter. You can invade Canada, they defend it. But they're attacking him on this. Is that because they're neocons above all? Is it because they want to replace Biden? I mean, do you have any guesses as to what's going on?
They're political tools, Tucker. They're just doing it now because Biden has become a liability. They thought they could put him in and safely hold the White House and get their agenda in play, and now he has become a problem. He's not only screwed up all the political, domestic issues that you mentioned, but now he's made us the one thing Americans won't tolerate: a weak, pathetic-looking thing on the world stage. And that's not something even the Democrats are going to put up with. The problem is they hate Kamala Harris as much as the rest of us do, and they don't want to put her in. So they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. And unfortunately, that's going to hurt the United States as much as it's going to hurt them.
Yeah, I haven't asked her husband. I've never met anybody who likes Kamala Harris. I mean, maybe they're out there. I haven't met them. Jim, great to see you tonight. Thank you so much.
Good to be with you.
So if you want to know where the media comes down on this, maybe the greatest
Yep, that's what happened.